Hey, check out this episode of the Patch Notes from the Pre-Patch Podcast.
All right. So we are going to move into the news segment where we're going to be covering
Wait,
all the different kind of
you only
gaming
have
news.
one game?
One game. That's it.
What?
That's
Wow.
it, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Holy
I mean,
shit! This is a first in 100
We've-
episodes, guys.
we've all been playing Siege, fuckwad. I can't say so. I will say that I am getting goaded by my brother to play New World, and I'm
Oh
Really?
god.
trying
See, like,
not to.
Wait, are we
Don't
we're talking about
leave
are we talking about
Siege
that
for
tonight?
Well, we
New
can.
World.
Sure, go ahead.
Is that on or because man,
No, it's not
It
on there.
wasn't on, but
ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Ain't that
Let's
some
go ahead
shit?
and talk about it.
Enigma? Yeah, $30.
Yeah.
And what do
30
you get-
bucks?
What do you
What?
get for that?
Oh, yeah,
Enigma?
let
Would
me-
you like to? Would you
Thir-
like to?
30 bucks for a new weapon and a mounts that should have been in the
New mount.
game when the fucking game released.
30 bucks.
Dude.
Let me,
How much
hey.
was the Cyberpunk DLC? 20?
Yeah.
I thought that was 32.
30 bucks?
No, it was the Cyberpunk DLC was 30. Yeah, but like you
Yeah.
got fucking
But
how much content did you get for the Cyberpunk versus that?
New.
and- so I'll say
Uh,
like okay, it's nice that at least like they did do something alongside like what Cyberpunk did, just in a worse way. But they had a big major update that did a lot of bug fixes, all that kind of stuff, added new
I will
like
say that, yeah.
systems. So they
From what
gave
I've
you a
heard, there is a
free
bunch of
update.
yeah.
Yeah, that fixed a lot
Well,
of shit. It was a good
And see,
update, from what I hear.
that's the thing. That's the thing with Cyberpunk. They did the free
Right.
update to fix all
They
their
did
shit
a
for
update
free.
too. So that was great. On both sides, good big free updates are great. Cyberpunk, on the other hand, gave a $30 expansion with tons of content, a whole game's worth of content and more. You know, New World. Here's the $30 expansion. You can get mounts now, which should already been in the game, and a flail. Yeah, and,
I don't-
and
I
you
don't
can
even
level up
think
to
there's a-
65 now.
I don't even think there's a new area, is there? I think you're still in the
so
same area.
actually,
No, I think
no,
they're-
actually, what they did, right, was they took an area that pre-existing
Yeah, first light,
and
right?
they locked it out to
Yeah.
only
Wow.
people that have the
Yeah.
expansion.
That was-
Holy
I heard about
shit,
that. They took
dude! So
First Light and
so-
made it now the expansion area.
Yes.
they actually took away
actually
content
Took
from people
away content. Yeah,
Yes,
To resell it.
yeah.
to resell it for $30.
yes.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if you go back into this, I will
Wow,
flame the
dude.
fuck out of you.
So from what I've been watching, I've been
Do
watching a little
not
bit of today.
support Shitty business practices.
I've been watching a little bit of it today, not because I want to fucking play it, but just because I wanted to get my information straight. Because I did kind of want to talk about it tonight. But from what I've heard from a lot of streamers, it's like if you enjoyed the game previously, you're going to enjoy the new
Yeah.
expansion because it's the same fucking game. Like they've literally done really nothing to it. It's the same shit. It's the same gameplay mechanics. It's
If,
you know
if you're an avid enjoyer of New World, you will
Yeah.
get your money's worth
You'll
out
get
of the
your money's worth.
expansion. But
I
should
did
it have
enjoy
been-
New World. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I enjoy it too.
Well,
And honestly, I want to be totally clairvoyant here. I might go back to
Clairvoyant.
it.
clairvoyant.
Are you gonna,
You gonna
predict
tell the future?
Yeah, I'm saying I might go back to it. You know,
That's not
like the
clairvoyant.
future.
Clairvoyant would be like, I am going back to it in this amount of time.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I want to be totally clear here.
There
I
you go.
might
There you
back
go.
to it. I was trying to sound smart, okay. And so if I do, but I'm not. I can't see myself picking up this expansion at the $30 price.
I
point,
would do
you
it
know?
at 30.
Can
Yeah,
you-
I'd
I
wait
would
You
until
do it
hover
as
the
a 10.
text. I want to see what the exact percent is right now. I know it's only 500 and some reviews, but I'm
See,
curious.
no, this isn't
63%.
Ew.
this is an expansion that in my eyes is worth $10.
This is an expansion that in my eyes should have been free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
to be
since they
completely
pulled out
honest,
tend to
especially
resell
since it
if
was-
they
If
wanted
you-
to, if they wanted to sell it, which is the
Yeah.
wrong move in the first place. If you want to bring your community back, it
Well,
should have
that's
been
yeah.
nothing
that's,
more than $10.
That's what you're seeing here, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I rarely post reviews, but I really have to, can't recommend. First, this is on expansion. This is a paid for patch with limited content. And again,
Jesus.
as a returning player, it's a problem. And I think you guys hit the nail on the head. Like, for a game that you needed to have them come back,
Yeah.
people to come back, this shouldn't have been either
I mean,
at $30, this should have had chock full of fucking a whole
It should
new
have had a lot more.
continent,
Yeah.
all this other kind of shit. And
Well, and yeah, exactly. That's the thing is like there is an argument to be made. Like maybe their expansions should be paid because Final Fantasy does it, and they're even on a subscription model. This game
Yeah.
is a pay to play once. So that's nice. At least you pay $40,
Oh,
you
I
can play the
really-
game forever. Then given
I really feel
Sure.
like pushing it towards Final Fantasy's
No, I
expansions
know,
is
but
really fair.
I know. I'm just giving an example.
And
like,
I'm
you have to
giving that
pay
in the form of like them.
their
I'm
expansions
telling
you have
that
to
for
pay
them.
for. Although that's what I'm saying is like on the other side of things that goes against that argument is their expansions actually have a shit ton of
Yeah,
content, whole new worlds of content. as to
entirely new
where
worlds in
New
most
World
cases.
is not a new world at all.
There's no
it's
new
the
worlds.
same world less. It's
Yeah.
it's
Oh shit! There's a season pass too.
Yeah, that's
Of
what I was
course,
going to
yeah,
point out.
of
It
course.
doesn't come
Yeah.
with the
No.
DLC.
No,
Of
it's
course
not.
not.
That's the only thing I was going to point out. So
How
the
much is that?
the season pass is, I think it's
Probably
10 or
like 10, 15.
$15.
Yeah.
So you have to pay for that on top of buying
Yeah.
the game.
Sin, please waste your money on Siege. Buy some more Elite skins. Don't get this
You know-
DLC.
You know, the one thing that I will give them at least they didn't do a fucking like fresh start server, which is what I would have thought they would have done as Amazon.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that's coming.
oh,
I
Well, I mean,
guarantee
they had to they because of this, and here let's talk about a few things here that is a plight in this industry that we have and a problem, right? So again, if you're not familiar with New World is an MMO, and this is an MMO that is owned and developed by Amazon. What else does Amazon own, boys and girls? Let's have a little lesson here. They own Twitch, right? What does that mean? That they're going to do Twitch drops for this? What does that
Twitch
mean?
drops,
That
yep.
they're going to grab, big streamers. They may pay big streamers, which is again perfectly fine, no issue.
they've
Like,
already
Yeah.
grabbed Shroud.
pay the streamers. That's their job, right? But then in turn, what happens there? Well, people see it and they get, oh fuck, like, man, I want to, like, they see people having fun. I want to get into this, right? And so then they get into it, which then spike numbers up. So then what happens? Now they have massive queues. So then what does the company do? Oh, instead of spending money in developing better content, things like that, they now open new servers. Well, then what happens there? Those servers get populated, the game falls off, those servers die, they then have to merge servers. So it's just like this, like, it's not
it's a constant
good.
revelation. Yeah,
Right,
and honestly, it's the same thing with like Eastern MMOs, dude. Like they're taking the same route of like Eastern MMOs, and that's why I'm saying that I guarantee you that fresh start servers will be a thing at some
yeah.
point.
Again,
Yeah, it's
You know,
it's
there's
sad,
nothing- yeah.
it's sad too, because I said this in someone else's chat that New World, like,
It
at
was
its
it was a
base,
good
like,
premise.
has
Like-
a really good
Like the
foundation.
bones were good. Like the
Yeah,
foundation was
I've
extremely
gotten,
good.
100+ hours out of it and have enjoyed my time on it. It's just there's not enough to keep you, especially in endgame.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
kind
And
of,
that's what I heard is this was that people were hoping that this was going to solve that and fix that endgame issue that they
Nope.
have, but it did it doesn't,
also
I
one
will
thing-
say that going back to kind of the history of the pre-patch team, this was the birthing of the Warden, at least. So we
This
have
was, yeah.
we have New World to thank for that.
hey man, hey, anytime I want to knock
Well,
off some
Fishing
fishermen.
Hamlet.
bro.
According to Sin, this wasn't the
You wanna knock
birthing
up some
of
fishermen. What is that? What you said?
Yeah, that's what-
According to Sin, this wasn't the birth of the Warden. According to Sin, we've been calling him the Warden for years, which is false. It's a complete fucking lie. Nobody
Wait.
called you Warden.
Is that what you? Is that what?
That's what he said, dude. That's what he said when he was fucking being the Warden. He was like, yeah, these guys have been calling me Warden for years, bro. I'm like, who's been?
Wait,
Who are you talking
about? Some sort of kink you're into, Sin?
First off, that sounds like something I would say, but I don't remember saying that. So maybe I do. I don't know. We'll have to find it somewhere. For proof. If there's no proof, it didn't happen.
Oh shit.
But the other thing that I want to point out for this game is that also they did like the biggest no-no that you could do in MMOs when it comes to quests. They made quests clickable or items for a quest line that is a main story quest line receivable by only one person at a time. And
Oh
that's
Yeah.
god! So you have to
So-
fight over loot.
you have to fight
Oh.
off of the some of these main quest drops and stuff like
Oh,
that.
Gosh,
And
so
there's
you're
no
there for
instant
hours.
there's hours, yeah. And the I don't know if they have fixed it in sense, but the respawn rate of said thing was like anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes. So
That's crazy.
you're
man.
talking.
Well, you know why they're doing that though. It's to keep people in the fucking game so that they can show off how many people they have playing their video game at any given time.
Yeah.
Like that's
yeah,
what they're
maybe
doing.
for a short while, but that gets
Yeah.
old fast, man. That's
No,
not, that's
I'm
not a
not.
good
Yeah,
strategy.
I'm not saying it's a good strategy. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that that's what they're doing. They're doing it so that they can pad
Well,
their
they think
numbers.
that's what they think that's going to happen, but it's just gonna
Yeah.
lead to an immediate drop off at some point.
I mean, what I
I'm
hope.
also getting strong Final Fantasy 16 ripoff vibes with the wolf and the soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what
Yeah.
I hope for this is though is that New World does have a No Man's Sky moment, because again, I think that
Doubt.
I
Damn, that
doubt
one will.
Come on
doubt
now.
I doubt it will, but I can still hope, because I do think that it is an MMO that went to an area that we don't see very often, right? It went to a genre, or not genre, but time
world.
frames,
Yeah.
style that we don't really see too much, and there are some good things in it, like I will say, like, I love the crafting system. I
There's
think
a
the
lot of
crafting
good
system is
things in it.
really fucking dope, but yeah,
The
I don't
world's
know.
nice. The feeling, like the atmosphere and everything of the game is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always had a lot of praise for New World, and a lot of whatever the opposite, just doubt of the game too. of
Complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
complaints,
So,
and yeah.
I don't
so
know.
it's just I
Maybe
do
it'll
hope
turn around
for
I
a
hope
better
so.
future for it. Yeah.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to see more from the Pre-Patch Podcast, don't forget to check us out live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, or at anchor.fm/prepatch podcast, or wherever podcasts are listened to. Hope to see you there. Much love.